Okay, I think we're live now. Or not yet. Checking the Twitch. Okay, yeah, we're good. So, yeah, I'm trying to do some streams each day, like each work day before the work, 1 hour of stream to have some consistency. So, yeah, let's see how it will go. And today I want to try this tutorial Mobx State 3. I heard about it a lot, but never tried, so I think it's interesting. I'm using Mobx at work right now. I'm trying to migrate from the Redux. So yeah, it's could be interesting to learn Mobx. So yeah, let's create expo app first. Let's call it MST tutorial, and yeah, while it's installing, so let's start reading. Maybe, yeah, make it bigger. Like this. So this tutorial will introduce to the basic of Mobx State 3 by building a to-do application. The application will also have the ability to assign each to-do to a user. Okay. Prerequisites. This tutorial assumes that you know basic of how to use React. Okay, this is, yeah. Do I need to learn Mobx? MST is heavily based on the Mobx. Basic understanding of the Mobx library will help when dealing with complex situations and connecting to the data with React components. If you don't have Mobx experience, don't worry, working with MST does not require any Mobx API knowledge. Okay, this is kind of good and bad because I know a bit of Mobx. So, but yeah, anyway, how to follow this tutorial? You can write the code for the tutorial in the browser using the code sandbox playground or in your preferred code editor. Writing code in the browser, writing code in the editor. Okay, we need following dependencies. And overview. MST is a state container that combines the simplicity and ease of mutable data with traceability of immutable data and reactiveness and performance of observable data. Okay. If the above sentence confuses you, don't worry, we will dive deeper together, explore what it means step by step. Alright, so getting started. When building application, MST, the first exercise that will you build your application is thinking about what is the minimal set of the entities and their relative attributes. In our example, application will deal with to-do, so we need to-do entity. The to-do entity will have a name and done attribute to store. If the to-do is done or not, we will also have knowledge of user, so we need a user entity that will have a name attribute will be assigned to to-dos. So our entities and attributes look like this. Okay, this is pretty much straightforward. So creating our first model. Central to MST is concept of living tree. This tree consists of mutable but strictly protected object enriched with runtime type information. In other words, each tree has a shape, type, information, and state date. Okay, we have type, information, and state. This sounds kind of OP class, like class itself and instance of a class. So description of the data and the entity of the data. Okay, from this living tree, immutable and structure shared snapshot are generated automatically. Okay, that means that in order to make our application work, we need to describe to MST how our attributes are shaped, knowing that MST will be able to automatically generate all those boundaries and help us avoid making silly mistakes like put a string in parse field or boolean where an array is expected. Okay, so basically we have some types, right? This simple way to define a model for an entity to provide sample data that will be used as defaults for it and pass it to the types model function. So there is a playground. Okay. Debug code will create two model to do and the user model, but as we said, a tree model in MST consists of type information, and we just saw how to define them. And state, the instance data. So how do we create instance of to do and user model? So yeah, before we move forward, let's create some src directory and maybe model directory, and probably just index.ts file. So we need to import sorry, import types from Mobx state tree, then const to do, okay, types model, name empty string, and done, just false. Close the brackets and okay, format is doesn't work, so maybe yarn at I don't know, just want to have prettier working for this project, so I install it, and yeah, voila. Now I can format my code with my hotkeys. So yeah, also we need define the user, so types model name empty string. So this is it for model. Let's move on. Creating model instance, 3 nodes. This can be easily done by calling create on the to-do and user model we just defined. Okay, let's do that. So com user. Okay, John, and I can define the name, but here we are, it's like empty. Oh my gosh. And I actually don't want to run up yet, just want to move forward. Okay, we do the name and this is actually interesting part. So to produce the error, so maybe let's do export. Or even let's do export here and this. Oh, I created the JavaScript, not TypeScript, up with expo. So yeah, let's just rename it to JavaScript. Import. So let's run our app. Yeah, we have syntax error. I think it's model. Okay, and what we see here, we don't see nothing. And let's already try this error, and it's immediately throw the error for us. Error while converting to anonymous model. Done value 1 is not assignable to boolean. All right. So let's fix it. And let's do don't know, John name. It done. Have it, haven't it. Okay, yeah, I need to wrap it with tildes, or not tildes, I don't know how this character name, but John haven't ate. And if we do, yeah, it's working, so we can move on. What does it mean? As I said, it's about the error. Type and reach. This means that provides a value number of the wrong type expected boolean with make MST throw an error. This is very helpful when building application, as it will keep your state consistent and avoid entering illegal states due to data of the wrong type. To be honest with you, I lied when I told you how to define models. The syntax you used have only a shortcut for the following syntax. All right. So types optional string. So we say it's optional, we can skip it, and default value will be this. The types name provided in the MST package provides a lot of useful types and utility types like array, map, maybe refinements and unions. If you are interested in them, feel free to check out the types overview for the whole list and their parameters. We can now use this knowledge to combine models and define the root model of our store that will hold to-do and user instance in to-do and users map. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. So let's do this. Export store. Okay, we need to define store first. Root store types model. So users is types map user. To-dos types optional, types map to do, and the map is presented by empty object. Okay, I think we are good here, and yeah, let's do this as well, like types optional type string and types optional types boolean false. Okay, and store is root store create users all right. Users is not required really, since array and maps are optional by default, since MSC3, I think it's version 5 right now. Maybe even, let's have a look, and you see, yeah, it's 5.2 at the moment. So yeah, notice that the types optional second argument is required as long you don't pass a value in the create function of the model. If you want, for example, to make the name or to this attribute required when calling create, remove the types optional function call and pass type include inside. Okay. A bit of my morning coffee. So yeah, modifying data. MST3 nodes model instance can be modified using actions. Actions are collocated with your model and can easily be defined by declaring actions over your model and passing it a function that accepts the model instance and return an object with the functions that modify the tree node. For example, the following action will be defined on the to-do model and will allow you to toggle the done and set the name attribute of the provided to-do instance. Let's see. So this is our to-do model and the action set name and toggle. Okay, cool. Let's try. So model, and then we can do it like this, and actions self and self name, new name. What else? there should be a comma. Toggle, and toggle supposed to be self done. Call self not done. Yeah, like this. And we can add to do to the root store. All right. So let's do same actions, self add to do ID name self to do set ID and create name Okay. Yeah, following this tutorial, I must say it's everything completely makes sense to me, like pretty straightforward. You have the model, you define types, then you add actions, you have hierarchy, so yeah, let's continue. So please note that use of self is the object being constructed when an instance of your model is created. Thanks to the self object, instance actions are these three, allowing you to be sure that they are correctly bound. It's like famous JavaScript problem with this keyword. We never know what scope it is related. Calling the action is as simple as what you would to do plain JavaScript classes. You simply call them on a model instance. So we can back to this code. And root store not it's just a store, yeah. So store to do eat a cake. Best to do ever. And so store to-dos get one. Let's simply done, not done. Eat a cake, not done. But what we can do, we can add on press and I don't know, my right side of keyboard, I don't know, laid legs weird because I'm missing the keys all the time on the right hand. But anyway, let's try to toggle. I think it will not work because I'm not sure the React is wired somehow to the MST just yet, but let's try. Store to-dos get one and do toggle. You see, it's nothing happened here, but if we do right after, it's eat cake, done. Not done. Yeah, correct. So basically we need somehow to wire it up our MSC store and React application. I think we will find out it soon. Snapshots are awesome. So yeah, we can use get snapshot store. Let's read about it. Dealing with mutable data and objects make it easy to change data on the fly, but on the other hand it makes testing hard. Mutable data make that very easy. Is there a way to have the best of both worlds? Nature is a great example of that, being living and mutable, but we may eternalize nature's beauty by taking some snapshot. Can we do the same with state of our application? Thanks to mystic knowledge of models and relative property types, MSC is able to generate serializable snapshot of our store. You can easily get a snapshot of the store by using getSnapshot function exported by MST package. Because the nature of state is mutable, a snapshot will be emitted whenever the state is mutated. To listen to the new snapshot, you can use on snapshot. Okay. I don't know, let's just try to do it. I guess I need export import on snapshot from Mobx state 3. I see one snapshot. Oh, there is no toggle. So on toggle, I expect to see another. Okay, let's reload, and yeah, one on the create and another on the toggle. Okay. So I guess on the snapshot function will help us to persist our data in the future. From the snapshot to the model, as we just saw, getting a snapshot from model is pretty easy, but wouldn't it need to be able to restore a model from the snapshot? The good news is that you can. They basically mean that you can restore your objects with your custom method by just knowing the type of the tree and its snapshot. You can perform this operation in two ways: by creating a new model instance and passing in the snapshot as arguments to the create function. This means that you will need to update all your store references if used in React component to the new one. Okay, we can do apply snapshot. Okay, we can either create a new store object or we can apply snapshot. Time travel. The ability of getting snapshot and applying them makes implementing time travel really easy in user land. What you need to do is listen for a snapshot, store them, and reapply them to enable time travel. Simple implementation would look like on snapshot states push. Okay, so we have array of states, then yeah, we increase I'm not sure what this frame doing. Let's see the whole code. So if the frame is 0, we okay, yeah, my initial thought was that why we need current frame, that we have length of the states, but yeah, now I realize that it's like it's not the length of all our states, we're not popping them all the time, we can back and forth, so it's like current frame, current index in the state of where we are now. So yeah, this makes sense. Get into the UI. Yeah, and this is actually what should wire our toggle to the React app. We should add app server. So we can add to do, and yeah, let's try with our toggle first. Then we will back and yeah, so basically let's import server. Super weird, I haven't worked with JavaScript and it looks like there's no auto completion. It's all benefits from the TypeScript. Jesus. So how the package called? Mobx React Lite. So we can wrap app server. And interesting. Now let's I think we need to reload. Yeah, we just need to reload the app to make the app server start working. And you see it's just perfectly fine, works, and each time we do it, I guess on snapshot is invoked. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's comment on snapshot for now. Yeah, let's add some button. Yeah, just button title add to do and press. I think we need some text input. So while yeah, something like this, and maybe style Then what we need? Yeah, let's just do map. Okay, expected Copilot do better job for me and complete the whole example, but yeah, anyway. So we close this and then we close that, and that's, yeah, kind of use state is not, yeah, we should import React import React from React. And okay, to do ID is new date and the name is to do name, and I think that we probably should set to do name as empty after we add it. Okay, how should I iterate the... Okay, this is object, it's, yeah, it's not... Array... from... props. What the fuck is going on here? The props. Let's read it first. MST loves Mobx and is fully compatible with its author and reaction observe and other part of the API. You can use the Mobx React Lite package to connect MST store to the React component. More details can be found in the Mobx React Lite package documentation, but keep in mind that any view engine could be easily integrated with MST. Just listen on snapshot and update accordingly. So we take store from the props of observer. But where did we put the... Okay, we can see this in the playground, I guess. So we create the store and it's Okay, we put the star to the props. Okay. But if we're not, should be also fine. So store to those values. What if I do following? So array from okay, text input requires some style, to be honest. Oh. Oh. Okay, anyway, let's test to do at okay, let's try to Something going on is wrong here completely. I'm not sure what. I think this probably is critical, like we pass props, like store via props, and then we observing it. Each child is have unique. Okay, let's add on snapshot. This is object. On press the store add to do. To the name string. Yeah, I think okay, let's have a look. I have React Native Ignite template, like which is template for React Native app, and it use Mobx state tree. So let's see how it organized in this table. I think I will be able to fix it correctly, pass store to the app component. Or maybe, let me try something. Let's rename it. this we wrap with container. Pass the store here. Here the props. Yeah, let's do it props and store. Maybe this is what I need. Nope. Just in case, I want to completely restart the app. Oh, there is no ID actually. I did some. Okay, add to do. I think I know what is wrong. Yeah, I wrote it. Copilot actually wrote it like this, and that's why pass the object. And we're actually good here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is why TypeScript is very handy. It's allow you to avoid such problem. It will immediately signalize to me that I'm doing something wrong here. So I can back this state of the code to initial one, and I guess it will work. No, or it's because of this piece. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is nearly the half of the tutorial, but unfortunately it's time to start do my work, so I will do stream tomorrow and continue with this tutorial. It's quite interesting. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.